Welcome to Dr. Dorian's House of Killers, where we take a look at all your favorite killers and see how they could be implemented into Dead by Daylight. Today, we are going to look at The Crow, or Ravenlord, from the Crow movies. This was a suggestion of Crowchild, and I thank you for this suggestion. We, as always, will start off with speed, what the size about the killer is, and the terror radius size. So, speed, 115% killer, 4.6 meters per second. Medium size, I probably wouldn't make him too big, as if I recall correctly, the Crow wasn't that big in the movies from a human perspective. Terror radius big. And as always, I have two alternate base powers, and then we have 1, 2, 3 additional powers, or maybe additional alternative powers. Good God, words. Yes. So, the first power is Feather Dart. A target hit by the Feather Dart attracts the ire of any crow in the area. So, only when they get close enough, the distance where they normally would get disturbed. Crows, or maybe a little bit longer because the way that works. Crows in distance dart towards survivors for one attack attempt. So they pretty much fly at a straight line at the survivor, maybe a little bit homing, but not too much so they can avoid it. But that's why probably a little bit larger radius than the normal disturbing distance. Alternate power 1. Dive bombing. The Ravenlord jumps into the air, dive bombs an area, dealing a small portion or a small area of effect damage. He is stunned or recovering, whatever you want to call it, longer than most other killers. It would be similar to the Leatherface tantrum. Power 2. Avian allies. Crows signal when a survivor is close. Of course, that's similar to Spies from the Shadow, but it would have a larger radius if you use it. So it stacks with Spies from the Shadow. I would probably make the disturbing radius bigger and maybe the alert a little bit more visual. So you can actually combine it with Spies from the Shadow. Power 3. Switching places. The crow switches places with undisturbed crows. So you can then use that ability to go somewhere all across the map. Of course, I probably would make it some kind of channeling ability. I don't know if it would be good to have it instant that way, because instant could. I don't know, maybe it would be something like a hag trap. I'm not sure, not hag trap because it has to be undisturbed crows, but maybe instant, maybe channeling, hard to say. But you could then also strategically place crows. Power 4. Taking flight, which would be kind of a unique ability. I don't know if it would be possible to implement. It would be similar to the Demigorgon's ability to go somewhere, only it would be without the need of setting up portals. You can pick up area on the map and you rise up and you very shortly after land there. I don't know if it would make area damage as well over a large area, but you can more or less spawn at another point on the map almost instantly. It would have a very long cooldown, or at least an extremely long cooldown because of exit gates and things like that. However, while you are recovering, so you long cooldown to after casting and long recovery time, probably similar to Leatherface's tantrum, maybe longer. But while you are recovering, you can look around. You don't have to, stay placed on one place. You can rotate the camera to get a view of the situation. First perk for the Ravenlord, or the Crow. Ravenlord's Gift. And this is the only one where I found had a flavor text. I would probably put some Edgar Allan Poe or maybe some famous Crow quotes as a flavor text, but this one I just had to put in. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I ponder, weak and weary. Anyway, Ravenlord's Gift. Crows slowly hop towards survivors with, I don't know what kind of speed. It would be a very slow speed, but the effect would be that if a survivor is somewhere crouched, you could get an indication in which direction the survivor is, or if you're further away, you can, when they get close enough, they are disturbed and fly away, and then they reset, or something like that. Something in that direction. And of course, you can combine it with a Spies from the Shadow, for example, or with his powers. Power 2, Feathering. Birds, when disturbed, drop feathers in a radius 4, 6, 8. So that's where the progression from the perks is. Feathers reveal in a radius of 4, 6, 8 meters. Feathers reveal the aura of survivors till 1 second after they leave the feathering area. The effect of the feathering lasts for 15 seconds. Of course, all these numbers you have to remember are just a guess. It will probably have to be tested by the devs if it's too powerful or not powerful enough. And the last one would be Bird Stand. Ravens spawn on 1, 2, or 3 gens, depending upon the tier of the perk that you have unlocked, leveled. Gens on which ravens spawn repair slower. If the raven is scared away, repairs can continue normally till it returns. Now here I have to say, as far as I remember, at least that's what I remember from the game currently, ravens are disturbed by repairing the gen. So these ravens wouldn't normally be disturbed by repairing the gen. Either you could make it that there is a button you have to push to disturb them, or you walk normally, not crouch, around or a bit around the generator, whatever it is. Anyway, just repairing wouldn't disturb these crows. So you have to actually try to disturb them and not just repair the gen and they fly off again. So if the raven is scared away, repairs continue normally till it returns. And it returns the same way a normal crow does, only that it just doesn't get disturbed as through repairing the gen. It gets disturbed through other things, and maybe there's a disturb function for it. Maybe a failed skill check can disturb it as well. If the gen is done, the raven looks for a new gen or the closest unopened chest. Yeah, that, I don't know if that would be necessary or if we could, but I thought it would be a nice way to not lose the effect of the perk. Of course, it could also just be that the perk loses its value once all crow gens are repaired or something. Well, I hope you liked the video. In case you have any requests for a killer that I should make a Dead by Daylight version, leave it in the description or tweet it at me. Come into my Twitch stream. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, leave them in the comments. Talk to me in Twitch, whatever. Links for Twitter and Twitch are in the description down below. Like, comment, subscribe, you know. And in case you want any other video playlist at the end of the video or card up there somewhere. Oh, there. Okay. Toodles.